This is the High School Coaches Roundtable Show, broadcasting from Sandy's Beef and Ale, where friends and family go for great food and all the big games since 1967. Each week, we broadcast from 2028 Old Lincoln with the stars from the Bucks County football teams. We now go live to Sandy's Beef and Ale for the High School Coaches Roundtable Show. Here now is your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
For the High School Coaches Roundtable Show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision. We've got 6 high school football programs with us, and we'll begin with the undefeated Morrisville Bulldogs. Let's hear it for all of our coaches and players here tonight at Sandy's Beef and Ale. Great to have them with us. Each week, we talk to some of the programs in the area, have the coaches and players with us, and share it with you on BCB. And we got DeAndre Pollard with us for the Morrisville Bulldogs. Coach, things going pretty good for this squad right now. What is working? What's leading you guys to this undefeated record thus far?
Yeah, so definitely it's been a great year so far. 3-0 so far, like you said. We started out 0-3 last season, so turned it around a little bit. I think our primary thing is, one, obviously on our offense. We've been able to put some points up this year. I think we're averaging close to 30 or so points a game, so that definitely helps up. Takes some pressure off of the defense. We're led by, our running back. He's not here today, Raymond Holman,
who right now is the leading running back in the state of Pennsylvania. That's something.
Yeah, he's having a great year. He's just kind of building off of what he did last year as well. We have a pretty much run-heavy team, so we're doing that very well on the offensive side. Defensively, I think our biggest strength is definitely our speed and athleticism on that side. We pretty much returned all of our defensive starters with the exception of 1 or 2 players, so a lot of experience carrying over there. So we kind of just take that speed and the aggressiveness and the experience that we have, just apply that to every game, and I feel like usually I'll take our guys over the ones on the other side.
So you take your experience from being on the football field, and do you work with the running backs? I mean, it's got to be kind of a point of pride to know that you guys do have the leading rusher right now in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so as well as defensive coordinator, I am the running backs and the linebackers coach. So I do kind of take that personal. Trying to just, on that side, trying to improve him. He already had the raw talent when I got there. More so, I'm just kind of touch on, 1, polish him a little more, and then 2, kind of add the football IQ part of it. Kind of get him, understanding reads, understand how defenses are going to flow, tendencies, things like that. Trying to prepare him more so for, like, the college side once he gets out of here. So trying to take that approach with him just to kind of, get him used to what coaches are already going to be looking for when he gets there.
Must be seeing some pretty good things on the offensive line as well. I mean, these past 2 schools that you beat were no cream puffs. I mean, they're big schools that come in, you guys playing up classifications and still getting wins.
Yeah, we purposely scheduled some larger schools this season because we really wanted to challenge ourselves. Like I said, we returned a lot of starters, so we wanted to get an early gauge on how we were going to be looking going into the season moving forward once we get into league play and things like that. And I think we've passed the test so far. So we're really just trying to build off of that. We've been pretty stout. Last game was a little bit closer than the other 2. I believe it was about 18-15. Bequia Valley, really good team, a lot of speed on that, a little bit more numbers. But came out with the win. Defense really stepped up. We didn't put as much points up as usual, but we locked it down defensively. Our guys were really stout, flew around fast, made a lot of plays, so came out with a win.
All right, the teams that are with us just wrapped up their pre-league portion of the season, and now they get into league play. You guys are getting ready for Lower Moreland. Yep. Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight, and we'll ask those guys kind of what the game plan is, what they've been doing in practice this week to get ready for Lower Moreland.
Yep, so tonight I have 2 juniors with me. I have Javon Rivera. He's a wide receiver as well as a linebacker for us. And I do have Alex Brown. He's also a wide receiver as well as a linebacker, both returning starters.
Guys, welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us. So, Javon, have you guys been working on anything specific this week, game planning for Lower Moreland?
Defensively, yeah. We've seen they're very run-heavy team, so we have to play aggressive, and that's really it.
Exciting start for Morrisville right now. Are you feeling some of the support inside the building? And just like Coach said, you guys were 0-3 to start last year, still won a district championship. You bring back all these starters. You got a 3-0 start. Must feel pretty good. I would imagine you're hearing some good things from your classmates and just the whole in the building.
Yeah, teachers, principals, all of them asked me, oh, 3-0, this. Yeah, it's the best feeling, honestly. Keep on winning, that's the goal.
That's great. Keep them coming. And this week against Lower Moreland, you guys are getting set to go. What else do you do throughout the school year to keep yourself busy? Other activities you get involved in?
Right now, nothing, but eventually I go to play basketball.
Nice.
And yeah, that's really it.
Nice.
Stay in sports. That's my goal.
Good luck this week against Lower Moreland. And we turn now to your teammate, Alex Brown. Alex, welcome to the show. Anything that this week is different in preparation for Lower Moreland, or is it more of the same? You guys have kind of an inward focus, looking at what you can do better.
More of the same thing. We came in practice working on over pursuing with our linebackers. That was something we struggled with last week, so we came into practice focusing on that, and then we wanted to get better for Lower Moreland.
Well, I missed some of the stats that were jotted down here. Jovan with 12 tackles and 1 forced fumble, also 5 catches for a couple of touchdowns. That's pretty awesome. And Alex, 20 tackles, a forced fumble, and a sack. So you're making your impact felt on the defensive side of the football. Tell me a little bit about the position group that you're in, where you think the strengths are of this Morrisville defense, because obviously you guys are getting some things done already, undefeated 3-0 this season.
I feel like our strength is in our linebackers. I feel like our linebacker core is really strong. We all have experience. We all been playing the position for a while, so I feel like that's our strength for our defense.
Other stuff are you also a basketball player?
Yes, I am.
Well, I wish you guys the best of luck this week against Lower Moreland. Appreciate your being with us tonight on the show. And the Morrisville Bulldogs off to a great start, 3-0 right now. I mean, we're looking forward to Thanksgiving Day football, but we've added some additional Bulldog games to our WBCB schedule, so we're also looking forward to that. Catch that at WBCB Sports on YouTube. All right, we're going to take a break, step aside. We'll be back. We got Neshaminy coming up in just a bit as we talk high school football on the Coaches Roundtable show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision. Nice job, Morrisville.
This is the High School Coaches Roundtable Show, broadcasting from Sandy's Beef and Ale, where friends and family go for great food.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
If you're a sports-loving adult or senior citizen who has been injured while doing what you love, fear not. The Lower Bucks Hospital right in our community is here to support you. Led by board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Monahim M. Miller, boasting 33 years of experience, their team specializes in orthopedic sports medicine, joint replacement surgeries, orthopedic surgeries, trauma care, and treating acute injuries. Unlike orthopedic offices in the city, Dr. Miller and his team warmly welcomes new patients, offering personalized care to help your recovery swiftly and return to your favorite activities. Conveniently located in your hometown at 501 Bath Road in Bristol, you can reach them at 215-785-9818. That's 215-785-9818. Lower Bucks Hospital has been dedicated to caring for our neighbors since 1954. Let us take care of you too.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
We now return to Sandy's Beef and Ale in Langhorne for the Bucks County Coaches Roundtable Show. Once again, here's your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
Coaches Roundtable Show. Welcome back to Sandy's Beef and Ale, show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision. And with us now, the Neshaminy Redskins. Morrisville off to a great start. Same deal for Neshaminy, 3-0, coming off of a come-from-behind victory against Cheltenham. I had some fun over there at Wissahickon calling that game, Coach. It was great to be up there. And how did you get it done? Down by a couple of touchdowns, you guys turned that thing around. Two big scores close to halftime that really changed the whole complexion of that game.
It was an old-fashioned slugfest at Wissahickon, that's for sure. Cheltenham had a good team. I really got to take my hat off to them. They had a lot of really good football players. They got up on us 14-0. I think after they got up 14-0, I think our defense really settled down. Our offense did enough to get us through. Again, special teams has been a plus for us all year. Like our team shows character. Like our team showed character against the Mayas. Our team showed character definitely on Saturday.
Well, 21-14, the final. Neshaminy now 3-0, but getting set for a tough North Penn team. What are you guys practicing this week? Game planning for North Penn? Anything different that you guys are expecting from the Knights?
Like North Penn, Neshaminy, I think North Penn knows us. I think we know North Penn. If you look at us, we probably haven't changed a whole lot over the last 10, maybe 15, 20 years. We both kind of want to do the same thing, which is run the football. And then, North Penn also has a good passing attack, too. So you got to practice both. But at the end of the day, you got to stop that run first.
Well, Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight for the Roundtable Show.
Two of the guys who really did well on Saturday, after they got up 14-0, these two guys really kind of shined on defense. They're both linebackers. Carson Schneider's always parked in the inside. He had 9 tackles. He had a big fumble recovery there in the fourth quarter, and just played really well for us. He's a junior for us. Luke Howell switches back and forth between outside and inside linebacker. He also had 9 tackles. He caused that big fumble that Carson got. Both of these guys had a bunch of tackles for loss and really led our team this week.
All right, guys, welcome to the show. Carson, what was the key in getting that thing turned around? I mean, down a couple of touchdowns, didn't look good for Neshaminy, but defense comes up with some turnovers. That was a big part of it.
A big emphasis that we have on our mind while we're practicing is no matter what happens, it's next play mentality. Make a play, the next play, and keep humming through the whole game. And really when we see ourselves get down in moments, we look at ourselves, hey, we messed up, but let's bounce back even harder and turn this game around, and let's get the ball on our side, and let's get the ball in the end zone.
I mean, talk about a great start. Week 1, an overtime win against the Mayas. Is that something that you guys have, drawn some confidence from?
Yeah, we knew going into that game, Emmaus was a big competitor, and they were right on our level, and it was going to be a brawl, down to the line. But we know that to keep ourselves strong, and during practice that whole time, getting ready for that game, we knew to keep ourselves strong down to the line no matter what.
All right, Battle of Behemoths, Neshaminy, North Penn. What are you hearing from your coaches this week that you guys have to do to keep that record unblemished?
These guys, they're not meant to be taken lightly, but they're beatable. We have been building something here that I believe in strongly, and I know that a lot of other people believe in strongly. And I think that if we can keep our mistakes down, keep our eyes up, and just keep humming to the ball, it'll be a ball game.
I mean, that buy-in is major from all your teammates and from yourself. North Penn, a tough team. Do you guys have you heard from your coaches about getting off to a quicker start this week? Has that been an issue with this team, or was that just in that Cheltenham game? I haven't seen all the games you guys have played this season.
Yeah, so for us with Cheltenham, we got a little mixed up on a Saturday game, and it was odd for us. Our defense got off to a slow start, but big emphasis. One of the first words out of our defensive coach's mind is never again. We're going to keep humming. We want to fire out and shut down this offense as fast as we can.
All right, well, thank you for being part of the show. Appreciate your energy. being part of Neshaminy football, any specific highlight stick out for you over these first 3 games?
I had a nice, pretty good TFL last game. I snuffed out like a tight end screen, got a big TFL, and that was awesome. Running over to my teammates, celebrating, and way to get the ball back in our offense's hands for that game.
I mean, these two guys really both brought the physicality to that game, especially as Neshaminy turned it around. Carson with some big hits. The same thing for his teammate Luke Howell. Luke, welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us. Same thing for you. Anything specific this week that you're picking up on in practice that you guys need to do well against North Penn in order to stay undefeated?
I think we really just need to shut down the run and not let them get started. And if we keep them passing the ball, I think we have a good chance.
You know, in that Cheltenham game, one of the things that I heard from defensive coordinator Neil French was that you guys had to contain their quarterback. Mm-hmm. And I felt like you did a pretty good job of that throughout the game. Is that something that the linebackers also have a certain responsibility for in addition to the defensive linemen?
Yeah, I would say so. When they start to get out of the pocket, they want us to rally to them before they get going and get their speed up.
All right, some of the stats for these two guys. Carson with 9 tackles, 3 TFLs, 1 fumble recovery, and Luke 9 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and caused that huge fumble on the 2-yard line. Take us through that play. I don't know, what was the reaction of your teammates like? And that really was a huge turning point in the game.
I think it was the most exciting play of the game. They're on the 2-yard line, and I see the running back. He starts to flow to the one side away from me. And then he cuts back, jump cuts across the whole line, and I see him when the ball's loose, and I just wanted that ball.
Well, congratulations on getting the win. Neshaminy 3-0, a great start for the Redskins. We're hoping to be there at North Penn for their game this coming week, and hopefully these guys can keep it going. That way we get to have more fun at the Coaches Roundtable show and talk about all the success that the Redskins are having. Let's hear it for Neshaminy here tonight at Sandy's Beef and Ale High School Coaches Roundtable show. Both of those guys also are volunteers for Challenger football, and this was the first week that they had Challenger football at Neshaminy. A number of the student athletes that join us on the Roundtable show volunteer their time on Sundays to help special needs athletes play the game of football. It's an awesome program, Challenger football. Sandy's has a basket fundraiser coming up to help support that on October the 7th, and let's bring Pennsbury up here now as we get ready for our next team. And you know, while we got a little bit of a break, want to let everybody know tonight's show brought to you by Fella Auto Group, Route 13 in Bristol, your hometown local auto dealer, supporting our local students, congratulating all the players that are here, all the honorees at tonight's high school Coaches Roundtable show. Fella Auto Group will give you $250 off any car in stock. Just mention the High School Coaches Roundtable show, fellaAutoGroup.com. And, we thank them for their support of the Roundtable. Great to be here at Sandy's. And we've got Coach Stout with us from the Pennsbury Falcons. Welcome, Coach.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be here.
All right, Falcons also off to a pretty good start, 2-1 with big bounce-back wins coming off of a win over Council Rock South. Coach, you look back at that game, those Golden Hawks did not go away. They stuck around, gave you guys a really good fight, and had that kind of quick strike capability on the offense, which felt like that game wasn't done until the final horn.
Yeah, I think we can agree. They certainly were a challenge. We had a great play by a young man that came here tonight that really helped our defensive line slow them down to whatever degree that helped us. But, it was a good competition all the way through. So a couple plays here or there could have turned the game around very quickly near the end.
So now back-to-back wins for Pennsbury. It must give you guys a certain momentum going into league play and getting set for Penridge this week. I would imagine the vibe is pretty good with the coaches and the players right now about where you guys can go this season.
Well, I think you said it really well. Coach Snyder and the other coaches know that, first of all, Penridge is a really pretty good team. They're very similar to us. They run a wing T. They're also 2-1, and so they've been doing fairly well. So Coach Snyder wants to make sure we play at our highest level, and go out and play some football Friday night.
And that highest level is going to be required week in and week out as the Pennsbury Falcons and the Neshaminy Redskins go through the SOL national schedule. Both those teams colliding on the last week of the regular season, a game we're looking forward to on BCB. We will have Pennsbury with us as they get ready to take on Penridge. We're going to hit the road with you guys and go up there to catch the Rams game. What's the key in, a wing tee versus a wing tee? I would imagine then it allows you guys to be kind of familiar with what types of looks you're going to be facing.
Formations, yeah, exactly. And they don't have any all-stars that we have to be concerned about, but they're very good at everything they do. So they are very consistent on offense. They have a pretty strong defense. So there's no real key. The real key is blocking and tackling, the old cliche, really playing 100% and just going out there and making big plays the best we can, opening up holes for our guys and shutting down their wing tee. Like I said, they don't have anybody it's like at the all-state level or whatnot, but they're very successful, and we have to be ready for them.
I mean, for any winning football team, it probably could be said that it takes an entire team effort. For the Falcons, it really seems like both of these wins have been special teams have contributed. Big plays by the defense, and you guys have gotten some clutch plays by the offense that have allowed you to get these wins. That also must be building the confidence. I mean, thinking about Angelo Pereira, to have a place kicker who went 3 for 3 in this past game, helping you get the win over Council Rock South. Again, that just speaks to kind of the whole team effort that's gone into these past couple of wins.
Yeah, well, if you knew Angelo, he's out there 2.5 hours a day kicking the ball. And that's tough to do for a young man. He's out there with a couple kids helping him. He's extremely disciplined, and he has a great coach in Coach Crocker. So, and the rewards are paying off. Like, he's the most quiet young man that you would ever find. And I asked him, do you get nervous before the game or before the kick? And he said, no, not really. I just kick the ball.
3 for 3 in the win over Council Rock South. 5 for 5 throughout the season so far for Pereira. And our guest also works with Coach Crocker. Coach Stout, tell us who you brought with you tonight.
All right, I brought Chris Ermer. He's our current defensive end. He's a 3-year starter. He has played multiple positions. At the beginning of the year, he's playing offense a little bit. Last year, he went both ways. So this year, he picked up a new hobby, and it's called punting. And I think you alluded to it beforehand. His punts are fantastic. He looks so almost like Angelo, so calm out there, and he just goes through the motion, and the ball goes 50 yards, and it really helps us. And I mean, that's a major positive for us, that he can place the ball where he wants to, and he's being well coached by Coach Crocker. So he's enjoying that, and Coach Crocker works really hard with these kids, and they work hard too.
I mean, Chris, it seems like kind of a natural fit for you to step into that punter role. That's been working out great for you. As somebody who has been on the offensive side of the football, played some defense for this Pennsbury team, and contributed on the special, any strengths? Where do you see any standout groups for the Falcons?
Yeah, I'm 100% a defensive end. You know, that's where I've played all through my my youth ages to obviously high school, sophomore year when I started. But basically the gist is wherever I need to be put in or step in, I'll step in there. Whether it's tight end last year, wing back. I played offensive tackle the last couple games, and then this year punting. And I feel like I pick up those positions pretty well. You know, punting's been great. All kudos to Coach Crocker. He's progressed me a lot. Yeah, it's great.
Well, Council Rock South had a little issue with their long snapping, and the first punt that they attempted was blocked, and you were right there, right place, right time. You pick it up, scoop and score. Take us through that play. What did you see? It seemed like it bounced right to you.
Yeah, so, you know, when a punt gets blocked, you want to keep your head up. You want to jump on it. It did. It landed in my lap. I broke off like one or two guys, I think, and I was on the sideline from, I think, the 35, 40-yard line, and I just beat them down the sideline for 6. And that was actually my second touchdown against them in my 3-year career. I had a pick 6 my sophomore year against them. So,
well, as a defensive end, getting ready for this Penn Ridge team, wing T attack, what are some of the keys, some of the things that you need to pick up on in order to maintain the edge and do the things that are going to help the defense be successful?
Yeah, so I would say I'm really looking forward to this game. The last 3 games we've played, the offense has been a little more spread out, and obviously going against Penn Ridge with the wing T, we run a wing T. We're practicing against the wing T in practice, hours a week. So I feel like that's going to be the offense that we're going to defend the best, being that we run it ourselves. So even further than myself, I'm looking forward for the whole defense to step up and defend this wing T, and I think we're going to do a really good job this week.
Well, it is our Coaches Roundtable show. Coach Stout representing the Pennsbury Falcons. Coach Karamis also with us. You work with LMFA. Tell me a little bit about that experience.
Yeah, so I played through there from when I was 6. I played flag 6 to like 12 years old flag. I played 3 or 4 years of tackle there. We won a championship. It was great. And that program has been a huge part of my football and where I am now. So I think it's great to go help the kids out who are in that program. And I love helping the little guys. I help the 11U team under Coach Trimble. And yeah, I love helping the guys, just watching their games and all that.
So Chris, busy on the football field, punting, defensive end. I think you played some offensive line throughout this season a little bit, right?
Yeah, I was in there week 1.
So any other things that you are busy with throughout the school year, other activities that you get involved with, or does football keep you busy pretty much throughout the year?
Football keeps me busy. I have a pretty intense school workload, so I like staying focused on that. But
tell me your GPA.
4.5. Yeah. It's
he's pretty busy academically too.
Yeah, I like to stay busy with AP honors, all that stuff.
With those great academics, you got a specific school, specific field of study that you're hoping to embark on?
I'll work with computers when I go to college, so computer science, computer engineering, something like that. It'll be fun. It'll be a struggle.
Bring your human intelligence to the artificial intelligence world.
Right. I know, it's crazy.
Chris, thank you so much for joining us. Coach Stout, appreciate it. The Pennsbury Falcons taking on Penn Ridge this week. Again, that's a game that we got coming your way on WBCB. Catch it on YouTube. Search up WBCB Sports. All right, we're going to step aside. Again, great to be here at Sandy's Beef and Ale. And are you ready for some Monday Night Football? They got all the Eagles action here at Sandy's. And because it's Monday Night Football, their music bingo is moving to Tuesday night. So plan accordingly. Eagles and the Falcons, and catch it all here at Sandy's, home of the world-famous Sandy Witch. All right, we're going to step aside, and we got Council Rock South coming up. The Bensalem Owls are here. Conwell-Egan Catholic in the house. That's all coming up on the High School Coaches Roundtable show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
If you're a sports-loving adult or senior citizen who has been injured while doing what you love, fear not. The Lower Bucks Hospital right in our community is here to support you. Led by board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Monahim M. Miller, boasting 33 years of experience, their team specializes in orthopedic sports medicine, joint replacement surgeries, orthopedic surgeries, trauma care, and treating acute injuries. Unlike orthopedic offices in the city, Dr. Miller and his team warmly welcomes new patients, offering personalized care to help your recovery swiftly and return to your favorite activities. Conveniently located in your hometown at 501 Bath Road in Bristol, you can reach them at 215-785-9818. That's 215-785-9818. Lower Bucks Hospital has been dedicated to caring for our neighbors since 1954. Let us take care of you too.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
We now return to Sandy's Beef and Ale in Langhorne for the Bucks County Coaches Roundtable Show. Once again, here's your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
Welcome back to the High School Coaches Roundtable Show, presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision. And we always have fun with the guys from Council Rock South coming in with a 1-2 record, getting set for Cheltenham. And we've got Coach Stock with us. Coach, what were some of the positives that you guys saw in that Pennsbury game? I mean, a couple of, I mentioned quick strikes that you guys were able to put together on the offense.
I think it was overall how we battled. Like, we're a young team, a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors. Not a lot of varsity experience, but we're gaining it now, and we just didn't give up. I think that's a key theme that we're seeing with these guys is that they just love the battle.
All right, so getting ready for Cheltenham. When I was talking with Neshaminy, one of the big things was containing their quarterback.
Yeah.
He can run around on you. You guys kind of preaching the same stuff?
Yeah, preaching the same stuff. I think we have a good game plan going in. It's kind of funny going from Pennsbury wing T team to a spread team, but I think your guys are ready to go.
All right, well, Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight to the round table. We got 3 Golden Hawks to talk with.
Yeah, and we got 3 linemen. So to my right, we got Mickey Trampe. He's a junior, starting offensive line. We have Anthony Katudis, also a junior, starts on the offensive line. We have Eddie Pizarric, a senior. He's the type of guy that just does anything we ask of him.
Well, guys, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. Mickey, I think you made a tackle in that game, and I messed your name up, so I apologize for that. What do you think the key is? What are you guys hearing from your coaches this week in order to get past Cheltenham and even up your record?
Just really getting back to basics and doing stuff we know we can do, to doing stuff we know how, like, the way we can.
I mean, it does come down to the basics: tackling, blocking. I mean, you guys going over the fundamentals this week?
Really just like the small stuff, and this, yeah.
Coaches Roundtable Show says here you do a little bit of coaching with the Northampton football. What's that like?
Yeah, it's fun. Not fun sometimes. It's helping the kids learn football the way I did.
I mean, always fun to win. Are you the guy like on the sideline, like with the play sheet over your face and stuff?
Nah, I'm just like really helping.
Here, put this. Let's see if that fits you.
Yeah, I'm just helping the O-line on the side.
I love that ad. I think it's an Applebee's ad where like the coach is like, cover your mouth.
Yeah.
They're gonna steal your order. So 1-2 so far. What have been your highlights this year when you look back at your season? And which side of the football do you prefer playing on?
More offense, I think. I think that's what I'm better at. Yeah, it's more offense.
All right, so you guys, I mean, the offensive line chemistry, right? 5 guys all have to work together, be on the same page. And 3 games in, how's that feeling? Like that's coming along this season?
It's coming along well. I mean, it's a process, but we're getting tighter each week.
Now, did you guys come in with a lot of experience on the offensive line and know everybody, all the personnel, or that's also been developing?
We've also we've known every guy on the line. Some people are like new, but overall we're all experienced.
Well, again, getting that unit to click is going to be a big key for you guys to continue to have success and get a win this week against Cheltenham. Thanks for being here tonight. All right, let's talk with Eddie. Welcome to the show. Push that microphone up a little bit. I'm sorry.
Anthony.
I'm sorry. I'm out of order. Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony. Welcome. Another offensive lineman. Same kind of thing. What's that chemistry like as it comes together? And do you feel like each week you guys are getting a little bit better and that chemistry is improving?
Of course, yeah. We're always developing, having team bonding events, stuff like that, getting closer to each other, and, just working together on the field as well at practice, everything.
All right, it says here you do a little boxing.
Nope, that's Eddie.
Oh, I'm getting everybody mixed up here. So both offensive line and defensive line, do you have a preference as to which side of the football just gives you a little bit more energy and more juice?
Definitely the offensive side of the ball, I'd say I prefer. Defense, it's fun, but offensive line, I like to know what I'm doing, get my guy, and open up lanes for the running back.
Just come out, fire off the ball,
of course.
Get after it. What's the key this week against Cheltenham?
Offensively, I think we got to dominate the line up front, open up lanes for our running back to make plays, and then on the defensive side of the ball, be aggressive, get after their quarterback. He's pretty fast, but just get after their quarterback.
He's got you can pressure, but you got to contain him as well. So good luck this week against Cheltenham. Pass that microphone over to your teammate if you would. All right, I think I got it now. This is Eddie.
Right.
This is the guy who does a little boxing.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about how that helps you on the football field. I mean, conditioning, it's got to be a big thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think if it translates to one position, I think it has to be D-line in terms of just like foot speed or footwork, hand speed, and in general, like the mental aspect of it. You're getting in there, hitting somebody, getting hit. I think that really helps with just the nerves getting out there on Friday night.
All right, you guys are looking for a bounce back this week, Eddie. What has the vibe been like at practice, and how have you guys been able to keep everybody on the same page and keep that energy? Keep that same energy.
Yeah, I think we're just really cracking down the mental mistakes. That was a big thing in that Pennsbury game. And Cheltenham's a tough football team. They're fast, athletic, big up front. So defensively, I think if we just contain them, stay in their lanes. Offensively, I think O-line does their thing. I think it'll be good.
I mean, as a defensive lineman, it's going to be a challenge for your position group to try to pressure the quarterback, but not lose that lane discipline. That's kind of what you were just referring to?
Right.
Well, good luck this week. Kind of been working on that in practice?
Definitely.
All right, well, Cheltenham and Council Rock South as the Golden Hawks look to get to 2-2 with a win this week. We thank these guys for being a part of the show. And we'll step aside, I think, again, take another break so these guys can get out of here, get back to their seat, back to their sandwiches. And we will come back with the Bensalem Owls, who are also here in the house tonight, thanks to the Golden Hawks of Council Rock South. High School Coaches Roundtable Show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision and brought to you by the Fella Auto Group on Route 13 in Bristol, your hometown local auto dealer, supporting our local students and congratulating all the honorees. All of the players get our High School Coaches Roundtable t-shirt. And great hospitality from Sandy's Beef and Ale. This is a great place. Want to thank all of the patrons of Sandy's for welcoming us here once a week to the show. And then for all the staff here at Sandy's who do such an amazing job. And recommend everybody come out here, grab a sandwich, and join us on a Wednesday night from 7 to 8 for the High School Coaches Roundtable Show. All right, are we due for a break? We can keep it right here. Let's keep it here and talk to Bensalem. Get Coach Ellis mic'd up. Owls are 2-1, coming off a big win over the Abington Ghosts. Welcome, guys. Coach Ellis, how'd you get it done against Abington? Seemed like a really good first half of play, and then things got a little bit unraveled, but you guys kept it together enough to get the win.
Yeah, absolutely. Tough game. Abington, they had some players that really brought it. We had some mistakes that we made along the way, but the growth of our team over the last few years is in years past when that would end up kind of killing us, we've learned to work through those issues, and we're starting to see the results from it.
That's great. I mentioned that these teams that are with us wrapped up their pre-league part of their schedule. Now they get into league play. Bensalem getting ready for a battle with Quakertown. Coach, what do you guys see when you look at that squad?
Every year we play Quakertown. We don't have a win over them yet. We're trying to change that this year. We go up there. Going our way is never fun, so we might as well go up there and try to get a win. They're 0-3, but don't let that fool you. They built a really good program there. Their kids always bring it, and a tough task at hand for us.
You know, a good start for Bensalem. How do you guys keep this momentum going? And it seems like it's a change of culture with the coaches. Last week, our coach guest kind of mentioned, I forget who it is now, but just saying it's more tough. I think it was Coach Davis.
Yeah, Coach Davis
was with us, excuse me, and just mentioned the fact that Coach Houston is instilling a greater type of toughness or a more emphasis on grit.
Yes, absolutely. Coach Houston's bringing it, and he's challenging all of us, from the players to the coaches, to be better as players and coaches and people in general. The cool thing about having him as the head coach, he was one of the more successful Bensalem alumni. Went to Colgate, and he didn't play for a particularly good Bensalem team. So by having him, I'm a Bensalem alum, Coach Davis. We've got some Bensalem alumni that have been part of talented teams that we're just missing that it factor. We're bringing that and kind of sharing those stories with the kids and trying to let them know where it went wrong for us in the history of Bensalem. And these kids have taken to the challenge, had great off seasons, and we've just seen growth in them. And it's brought us 2-1, and we're just trying to push it to make history this year.
All right, we're going to talk to your players in just a little bit. And it feels like it is kind of a different attitude and a different feel over there for Bensalem. Coach, let us know who you brought with you tonight for the show.
So we have our outside linebacker, Kenley Solaire. He's having a great year, senior year this year. Another one that's grown with the program, had a great offseason. By the end of last year, he was just looking at his chops to get on the field. Like, wherever you need me next year, coach, just put us there. We put him at outside linebacker, and he's just been making plays. 3 sacks already this year, 2 forced fumbles. And we're just getting started. We're not even league play yet, so we expect more from him there. And then we have our offensive guard, Kyrie Sanders, another 3-year starter. A lot of growth from him. I'm proud of him. I'm his O-line coach the last 2 years. And this young man, from a freshman to now as a senior, he's taking more of a leadership role as a senior while still keeping his sense of humor, but knows when to turn it on, whether it's in the game or in the locker room. And you need guys like that when you're building a program.
All right, we'll talk to Kenley and Kyrie in just a little bit, but one thing I wanted to ask you, Coach, some off-field things that you guys have been doing. Have there been some new things that Coach Houston has brought into the program to kind of enhance that whole high school football experience? Because to me, that's sometimes the key elements of turning things around.
Yeah, so that the first year he came, he brought in yoga instructors, spring coaches, performance coaches. It's been crazy, and we just kind of build off of that. And besides that, everything is about challenging kids, pushing them to be stuff that they say they want to be. And he's brought it to where he's challenging them and then showing them how to get there. It's not going to be easy. When they think that they've had enough, that's when he starts pushing the hardest, just to show them that there's more in the tank. But you got to push yourself, and we're starting to see the results now.
All right, well, Kyrie, you're first up. Tell me a little bit about what's that been like? Coach said a lot of growth for you in the off season. A lot of that happened in the weight room.
Yeah, of course. That's where all the growth started. Just becoming more mature mentally and physically. Because when I was first there, I wasn't that. But as I kept putting more time in the weight room, everything just got better. Everything just got easier, mentally and physically. And I just birthed a new mindset from being childish to, okay, now it's time to go. It's time to get more physical on and off the field.
And it sounds like that kind of process involves players expecting a lot of each other.
Yes.
I mean, when you see somebody who's not putting the work in, I'm sure you now let them know.
Of course. Because that's what I needed when I was new to the program. I didn't need nobody just to watch me sit around and do anything. Because when I first came, I was I was lazy. I wasn't putting as much work as I needed, and I had somebody to give me the push. I had somebody to be there for me, and you know, I just want to be there for all the younger guys because not everybody's just going to start off and start great. So, you know, you gotta be there for them as somebody was there for you, and you know, just keep leading them as much as I can on and off the field.
Well, it's good to see your team has gotten off great, 2-1 so far. 5 pancake blocks for Kyrie throughout this season. I mean, that must be awesome to look back on film study and the coaches and, I don't know, your teammates probably celebrating you.
Of course.
Giving you love.
Of course. We all celebrate each other in our wins and losses.
All right, what are you seeing this week? What are you hearing from your coaches? You got guys getting past Quakertown. How do you do it?
You know, we just have to be there. Like, we have to be there. Our mind can only be on that game. We can't worry about tomorrow. We can't worry about the day before that. All that's too far away. We need to worry about the game and being there in the moment and just fighting for one another and playing for the guy next to you. It's not about you. It's not about you when you play football. It's about you and the team. And I feel if we just play like that and we just there mentally, everything will adapt. Everything will just fall in line for us.
Keep that laser focus.
Of course, we need to limit our mistakes because we make mistakes. It's not about mistakes that's being made. It's about how you limit those mistakes and how you move on from those mistakes. As Coach Ellis say, next play, best play.
Just to have a short memory. Get ready for the next play. Make it the best one.
Of course.
I almost wore my Bensalem Owls hat. I didn't want to show any favoritism. On the Roundtable show, we're like Switzerland, all right? We're neutral. We love all the teams. But my daughter is a senior at Bensalem, so I'm pulling for the Owls.
You could have wore a Benjamin Rush, T-shirt or something.
Yes.
Man.
Kenley, tell me a little bit about how this season has gone for you. Must be some fun to feel this energy, getting ready for this Quakertown team.
Yes, of course. It's been fun. Especially having a coach like Coach Houston next to my side, encouraging me play in and play out. I'm just trying to be physical, mentally there, encourage my guys, just have fun with my last season.
Kenley with 3 sacks and 2 forced fumbles. Is that just from the Abington game?
Yeah.
Or is that, yeah?
Yeah.
Take me through a little bit of that, especially the forced fumbles. Was that like again on the quarterback? Did you?
Yeah, that was on the quarterback. I was just trying to, do anything I can for my guys, be there, be physical, because at the end of the day, we're just trying to go out there and get a win. Just so everyone, we're not just Bensalem, but we're trying to make history.
It says both you guys are also considering wrestling. To me, that somebody in the building kind of recruiting you, because that's something else that I think, like, one program that has success, and then you say, you know what, you should be doing something in the winter in order to still work on your stuff and to maintain your strength. Is that kind of the messaging that is motivating you to potentially wrestle?
Yeah. But I just want to have fun, for my high school.
Yeah.
Just be out there, explore. Football is not the only sport, so.
Is that a sport that either of you guys have tried before?
No, but it's something I've been looking into this year because I know, like, things that you do in wrestling translate on the football field. So I just want to improve my game as much as I can, and if that makes me wrestle, then I want to do that. I want to take any step that I need to in order to be the best me I could possibly be.
Helps you with the leverage and the power and everything,
yes.
Kenley. Well, good luck this week against Quakertown.
Thank you.
2-1 so far for Bensalem. Congratulations to the Owls on a good start, and best of luck as they get ready for their SOL league portion of the season.
Yes,
all right,
absolutely.
we are going to step aside now, and then we're coming back with we're leaving the best for last. Conwell-Egan Catholic coming up. So we got the Eagles with us. Go Birds! That's all coming up on the High School Coaches Roundtable show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
If you're a sports-loving adult or senior citizen who has been injured while doing what you love, fear not. The Lower Bucks Hospital right in our community is here to support you. Led by board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Monahim M. Miller, boasting 33 years of experience, their team specializes in orthopedic sports medicine, joint replacement surgeries, orthopedic surgeries, trauma care, and treating acute injuries. Unlike orthopedic offices in the city, Dr. Miller and his team warmly welcomes new patients, offering personalized care to help your recovery swiftly and return to your favorite activities. Conveniently located in your hometown at 501 Bath Road in Bristol, you can reach them at 215-785-9818. That's 215-785-9818. Lower Bucks Hospital has been dedicated to caring for our neighbors since 1954. Let us take care of you too.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
We now return to Sandy's Beef and Ale in Langhorne for the Bucks County Coaches Roundtable Show. Once again, here's your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
Welcome back. High School Coaches Roundtable Show presented by Rob's Automotive. We're here at Sandy's Beef and Ale, the home of the world-famous Sandy Witch. And if you're in need of emergency health services, Lower Bucks Hospital, here for you 24 hours a day, every day. With Get Care Now, you can even reserve your ER arrival time from the comfort of your own home. Just call 215-664-2220, or you can scan the QR code on the website to select your arrival time. It's never been easier to be seen when you have an emergency health issue, and we thank Lower Bucks Hospital for making portions of today's High School Coaches Roundtable Show possible. I mentioned the best for last, and that just seemed like a good thing to say at the time. But upon further thought, this may be our game of the week on WBCB. Conwell-Egan Catholic taking on Lansdale Catholic. It's a great rivalry, and Egan off last week, the only team that's with us that had a bye. Coach O'Hara, that must have been difficult to endure not playing because everybody else was able to get out there on the field this past week.
Right. You have 2 weeks off. You just came out of camp. You only played 2 games. Now you have another week off. It's hard to keep them motivated, the players, and you get a lot done. Don't get me wrong. You can work on things that you didn't do well, but then it becomes a drudgery, and then you start playing the football season. You want to play football. You don't want to wait. And Lansdale Catholic's a great. We were talking all week to them out. They come out and they play crazy against us. It's a rivalry, and we've had success against them on the scoreboard, but it's always been a battle. It's always a battle. I've been here 5 years. We lost to them one time, but still, every game was, they're coming after you. And it's the beginning where you can't let them get rolling. You got to execute and take care of business with them.
Yeah, when Egan and LC get together, it is a fight. What do you see from the Crusaders, like game plan wise? What are y'all working on?
Same thing as they've always done. They're very quick. Their quickness, I think, is the biggest thing that they have. And they don't quit. They come after you and after you and after you. Last year's game we got them, it was 26-7 or 25-7. All of a sudden, bang, they break a big run. We make a mistake. Before you know it, it ends up 25-19 or 20, whatever. It ends up within a score.
Right.
Where it really shouldn't be. The quickness on offense, they have a quarterback that runs. They have 2. One is probably a better runner and thrower. he got hurt. If he's back, they're going to try and attack us the same way they always do, with their speed.
Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight for the roundtable show.
Okay, to my far right we'll start with the senior, Sincere Ferry. Sincere has been with us 4 years. He's a 4-year starter. He's a 3-year captain. He was an all-Catholic last year both ways, all-Catholic as a junior. Probably one of the most exciting players I've been around in coaching for a few years. And the thing I'll say about him is watching him mature has been a pleasure. You see him now where he takes everything serious, his schoolwork, his socially, and also the football. And he is this is the easiest way to put it. When he walks on the field, everybody points at him on offense or defense. So that's all that has to be said, especially defensively. They always want to know where he is. Sincere Ferry, he plays running back, he plays strong side linebacker. Chase Walters is a junior. He's a captain. He's probably, in all the years, I coach his position, so I can speak of it from his position coach. He might be the hardest working player I've ever been around. He shows up on time. He's the first guy in the way every year during the season. Every single session that we lifted, when I walked in that weight room, we walked in that weight, he was there ready to go. He's a great leader, both by example and verbally, and he's a very smart player. I think his future's extremely bright. Chase Walters.
Guys, welcome to the show. Thanks so much. We'll start with Chase, since you're first up there. Tell me what you're hearing from coaches. How do you guys get to 2-1 and take care of the Crusaders this week?
Yeah, we got to keep on doing what we're always doing. Keep moving forward, Like he was saying, they have a lot of speed, and I think that could be the downfall of them flying up the field too much. We just got to catch them. Can't let them get in the backfield. One mistake, like you said about last year, one mistake can really change the tide. So we got to really focus on that.
How have you embraced the role of leadership? I mean, Coach saying kind of like you set a certain tone. That must be something that you take some pride in.
Yeah, I really pride myself on leading by example. I work hard to get in the position I'm in. I want everybody to succeed, like how I feel I can succeed. So, you really, you got to set that example.
Right. Put the work in yourself, show everybody how to do it. So 1-1, you guys start out with a tough one, bounce back game, bye week, working on some stuff. How do you keep the momentum going into this week? I would think on one level, you're just ready to get back on the field, and on another one, you might have to knock a little bit of rust off when you get out there.
Yeah, no, I think I speak for the whole team when I say that we're raring to get on the field again. That bye week really killed me. I'm ready to get on the field. Just looking at film, seeing what we're going up against really gets me going. Excited to play.
All right, so you guys have looked back at both your games. Anything stick out to you as a personal highlight or like your favorite moment so far this season for Conwell-Egan Catholic football? Off the field, on the field, whatever.
Yeah, our last game against Chichester, me and our linebacker Ryan, we had a pretty nice TFL together. That was really nice.
Well, good luck this week against Lansdale Catholic. A big one coming up for Conwell-Egan Catholic, and we've got it on WBCB as we turn to Sincere Ferry. Welcome to the show. So, same question about leadership to you. A 3-year captain, a 4-year starter on the team. Do you feel like football has helped you mature, as Coach O'Hara was describing?
Yeah, I feel as though football helped me mature in like a lot of ways, especially like I just go to my coaches and just ask them questions, like not about just football but about life, and then they just give me good advice.
We get some information about all of our players here at the High School Coaches Roundtable show, and both of these guys said they like to train. Like, you really embrace being in the gym and putting that work in. That must be paying off some dividends now as you guys get ready, off week and everything. But week 3, I would imagine you're feeling good, and physically, everything must be pretty much 100 right now.
Yeah, physically, mentally, everything. I'm 100%. I'm ready for this game, and I feel as though the team, I feel as though we prepare for them.
I mean, Sincere is one of the most electric players that you're going to see out there on a football field in the area. Do you have a highlight that sticks out for you? I mean, I've seen you score pick sixes and kickoff returns and rushing touchdowns at pretty much every way over the years that you've been with Conwell-Egan Catholic. Anything from that Chichester game that you're like, oh yeah, that was a moment?
Yeah, to be honest, like if I would be honest with you, is my favorite moment is seeing my teammates score and seeing my line block and all that. It's not even about me doing what I got to do, because it's like I'm going to do what I got to do regardless, but like when I see them scoring and all that, I be so excited for them.
Well, I mean, bringing that vibe to your team and to the Conwell-Egan Catholic community. You guys get to be at home now. You say goodbye to Truman and all that stuff. That's got to feel pretty good to just kind of start a new era of Egan football. And, like, you're one of the guys helping to make a statement for what the Eagles, you know, what this brand of football is, what this school is about.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just appreciative, and then, like, the field and everything that we got, it's amazing. Like, it's top tier.
All right, before we let you guys go, any other activities you get involved with throughout the school year, Chase?
Nah, football really keeps me busy in school. Just making the gym whenever I can and keeping up with my schoolwork.
Football 24/7, no distractions. How about you, Sincere?
Spirit night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the gym night or sports night for Egan. It's Spirit Night, and a great way kind of to celebrate everything at Conwell-Egan Catholic High School. Good luck this week against Lansdale Catholic, because we got that game on WBCB. Looking forward to it. Big thanks to everybody at Sandy's Beef and Ale, to Dave and Jane, to our crew here, Ava, our intern, and Brianne O'Neill, our video engineer, who always does an amazing job. Again, thanks to Sandy's for welcoming us, all the patrons for bringing us here on a Wednesday night, and our players and coaches. We couldn't do it without you guys. And we'll catch you next week back here at Sandy's for the High School Coaches Roundtable Show, presented by Rob's Automotive.